Where do you see this by 2034?
I would see any of the technologies that we think about for AI today are not going to be the same technologies that we think about in 2024 or 2034. Anybody who has a 5-year AI strategy today is very, very brave because I think having a short-term 12, 18-month strategy is a good outcome. And beyond that, we don't know where the technology is going to bring us yet.
Okay. So very much an unknown at the moment.
Absolutely. The pace of technology is evolving so fast. The use cases as people get it into their hands is developing. So I think it'll be very much led by the users of the technology so that we see where's the next innovations come. AGI is the obviously nirvana that's we initially thought would be coming by 2030 or beyond. That may come a lot sooner, but look, that will completely change the paradigm as to how we engage with AI.
I think the surfacing of data in a much more usable format is likely to be the biggest benefit to a company like us. We have vast amounts of data that is not readily accessible to people. If you know it exists, you can find it. If you don't, it's not. But also it's not in a form that is readily reusable. I think that's the biggest change we'll see, where large stores of data become more useful to a business. In our case, it's media assets. The use of AI will expose that to people, to be able to find things that are useful, to be able to identify trends in all of that data.
10 years, geez, I don't even know where it's going to be in 2 years' time. But what I will say is we've got to define the difference between generative AI and general AI. So if general AI comes out, that's a different story. That's kind of like overarching intelligence that's maybe somewhat human comparable. And giving that kind of overarching access to stuff would be dangerous. But we're putting in guardrails. There's lots of data management and compliance stuff that's already going in place, security measures that we're already concerned about. If you're talking about generative AI, which is where we're at right now with large language models, they're siloed to use case scenarios that don't hold any inherent risk for the future of the human race. Certainly do for enterprises in terms of oversharing data, data privacy concerns, data compliance concerns. But again, Microsoft Software One and other partners have very good guardrails, and implementation plans, advisory services to put in place to mitigate those risks. So it's not a big concern for me.
I think as this technology enables a completely different way of delivering healthcare, I think the role of the patient and consumer-led healthcare is probably what I see. I think we're all going to have much more data about ourselves, our own health, what we're doing, and the ability of providers to deliver will be much enhanced. But I think the whole relationship changes. It's already changing. We see plenty of doctors looking to partner with patients, but I think the technology will not alone enable that, but demand it. And I think that'll be a better thing for everybody. It also supports personalised medicine, as we're starting to see.
Last year, I couldn't predict where I would be this year. So 10 years' time, I think AI won't even be mentioned. We won't speak about it. It'll just be a part of everything we do. It'll be behind everything, whether it's our cars, our houses, how we shop. It'll be behind everything we do, just like the internet is behind almost everything we do now. So I don't think we'll think about AI 10 years' time. It'll just be there. And anyone who's born from now onwards will just live in a world where AI is commonplace.
I think in 10 years we won't be talking much about AI or adopting AI, just like we don't talk much about people having phones or not. We just assume people have phones now. I think we assume people have smartphones. So we were just assuming people would be using AI, I think, in 10 years, and we just won't be talking about adopting it. It will be there in every product, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think AI will change the way we work?
I think it's already changing for some people already, but I think, yeah, definitely. I think a lot of time you're gonna be, a lot of the work and time that we spend creating content or creating something will be more reviewing content in the end. Yeah, so you're gonna spend more time reviewing, I suppose, than typing. Yeah,
Sanity checking the content.
yeah,
Yeah.
and improving it as well. It's like, of course, but having a good content as a base, sanity check, and making adjustments. So I think it's going to be more time maybe reading what AI has come up to you for you than actually typing the content. Yeah.
Okay. Are you using AI at the moment yourself?
Not much really. I use some things for on a more personal space as well. We try to use a bit in a company, but I think we still have, a lot to do. I think a lot of room to grow, really.
And working for Microsoft, do you feel that you are on the cutting edge of AI?
Absolutely. It's the last 12 months, Microsoft has completely bet on generative AI. Every piece of technology that we build for our customers today is now includes Copilot, or in the very near term will include Copilot. There's 150 different Copilot experiences across all of our technology stack. So Microsoft, as a software company, we've completely changed the cadence as to how we release software, the length of time it has taken for us to bring new capabilities to the market. And that's because we're using these technologies in-house. Our software developers, over 100,000 software developers, they use GitHub Copilot to help them write code to be able to develop new capabilities faster. So I think the pace of innovation has been immense over the past year, and I don't think it's going to slow down.
Thank you.
Apart from that, only the future will tell.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. Philip, thank you for your time.
Thank you.